We appreciate and respect your participation here this evening. We'll take a roll call.
Commissioner Louis Porcher,
Present.
Commissioner Kuyumjin,
Present.
Commissioner Sally,
Present.
and Vice Chair, I can always butcher your names, I'm so sorry, Kotowski.
Present.
Chair Gerber,
Present.
let the record show all members are present.
Thank you. And tonight, if you please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. And in honor of his last meeting, I would ask if John Aguirre would lead us in that.
If you could place your hand over your heart, ready, begin.
Thank you. We are moving on to the reordering of and additions to the agenda. Does anyone wish to reorder or add to the agenda? Let the record know that there is no one wanting to reorder. Public comment. I open public comment period now. I invite members of the public to address the legislative body. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes, speaking once on both on and off agenda items. If you are in attendance, please fill out a speaker card and submit it to the recording admin before the close of the public comment period. Once recognized, speakers should advance to the podium, state your name, and the subject matter you wish to discuss. Do we have any public speaking cards?
I have none. Does anybody wish to speak? We have none.
Very good. Okay, so we will close public comment period. At this time, we'll move on to member statements and reports. So I invite, start with you, Brittany.
All right. Thank you for handing that on over. I had a wonderful meeting with the T4G teens. They met on October 30th at the Teen Center. And during that meeting, there were about 11 to 12 of us in attendance. Ideas were flowing. This wonderful group of students had a desire to make sure that other students would know where this resource is and to create ideas to get them to come and support and show up in higher numbers. So yeah, lots of wonderful ideas were shared. I'm excited to see where those ideas go, but it looks like there will be a few different ones coming up on the horizon. So just want to give kudos to Romero, Alex, and the team for getting these young leaders together. They really had some wonderful things to share. So that's it.
Great, thank you. Eddie.
Hello, good evening. Reporting from the Trails Council, a presentation was made in regards to electric bikes, in regards to types and classes of electric bike vehicles that that are on the trails that we're seeing, and try to get signage up there on the trails. So that's still in process. Obviously, that's going to go to the city and see what kind of signs they want to approve. Further discussion was had in regards to trails cleanup updates, and then on November 1st, Trails Day was in operation, and about 70 people showed up, and lots of great work was done. And then also upcoming hikes, just to announce the upcoming hikes, South Hills Wilderness Area will be on November 29th. Colby and Dalton Trails will be January 31st. Big Dalton Canyon Trail, Saturday, February 28th. South Hills Wilderness Area, March 28th. And Little Dalton Canyon on Saturday, April 25th. And further, later on this evening, the Trails Council will make a presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. Steve?
Yeah, if I could, I had a question about the electric bikes. Is the issue a safety issue, or is it a damage to trails issue?
It's both. But the damage, some of these bikes are like motorcycles.
Yeah.
So they're tearing up or have potential of tearing up the trails.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks. Sports Council. The Sports Council did not meet in November. I can tell you from October that GYS, their season is now concluded. They had their playoffs on November 8th, and they had some rainy All-Star games on the 15th. I believe I saw some pictures online about that. So they are done. Glendora American Little League, they were planning to finish fall ball on the 16th. I'm not sure if rain got in the way or if they were able to finish or not, but that's when they are hoping to finish their fall ball season. And their registration is currently open for the spring baseball season. Glendora National, their fall ball season concluded on the 9th of November, and also their registration is currently open for their spring season coming up. Same is also true for Lassie League. They finished their fall ball season, their rec fall ball season. Their registration for spring is currently open. Their select teams are still playing, and that will go on through December. I believe they have a tournament. They're hosting a select tournament in the next couple of weeks here. And all three of those leagues got together, and they hosted a trunk or treat event in late October for all the players. Basketball league, they're going to start pretty quickly here. Evaluations will be the first week of December. They'll draft their teams. And the season runs from January 3rd through March the 7th. And that's where things stand for the Sports Council.
Thank you, Steve. Mike?
Thank you. I believe staff has kind of finalized their first trip on the new train line for early January. Has to do with the Rose Bowl parade, not the parade, the float viewing. I believe it's the Saturday after, so they'll have more information out for everybody, I believe in the activity guide and on the city website. And then there's one planned for later in the spring as well, but I believe that one's still being finalized. And that's really all from the transportation side right now.
Thank you. In regards to homeless, I will allow the homeless team to make their presentation tonight. So I'll give them their due, and you all be filled in as far as how that's going. So we'll move on. Director, Staff Liaison, John, what would you have to say?
Good evening, Chair and Commission. First, I'd like to say a big congratulations to Annie Warner, who was selected to be the Interim Recreation and Human Services Director when I leave. She'll start in January. Here are some upcoming events from our department. The holiday stroll and tree lighting is tomorrow night from 6 to 9 downtown. So everybody come on out. The tree should be lit about 6:35. We should be lighting the tree. Our first of the Stuff the Bus gathering, toy gathering, will be Saturday, November 29th from 9 to 3 at Walmart. And then we'll do another one on Saturday, December 6th from 9 to 3 at Walmart. Also on the 6th, we'll have our gingerbread house from 9 to 10:30 at the band shell. They will be decorating gingerbread houses and have other activities. Our holiday home decorating contest will be Thursday, December 11th, 5 o'clock. You guys will meet at the Teen Center and then head out to judge the houses all throughout Glendora. And then on the December 12th, Stuff the Bus giveaway will be start at 5 to 8 at the Teen Center. This year, we're very happy that we have another nonprofit joining us. We have Shoes That Fit. So when the kids sign up, they can also sign up for a free pair of shoes along with their gifts. So that's a neat collaboration that we got together. The Christmas parade is Saturday, December 13th, 9 a.m. downtown, and then on Foothill. We'll invite you to our department Christmas party, December 16th at 11 o'clock at the Teen Center. We'll be sending that out to you. And then my retirement party is Thursday, December 18th at 2 o'clock at the Legion Building. Just an update on some CIP projects for our department also. The playground over at the teen center, we have completed. So that one was 22 years that we had our other one, and now we have a very nice new tot lot that's there. We have the roof replacement over the gym that is still on hold. Probably will work that in late next year. LaFetra Center improvements, which they've been waiting probably 5 to 8 years. We hear that those plans have been approved and will start moving ahead. The Legion Building restroom remodel, we missed the boat on how much it might cost, so we're holding that over till January of 2027, where that will take effect. We will be doing a trash enclosure over at the Legion Building, probably in the next 4 months. The Big Dalton restrooms and to get demo the restrooms and rebuild, that will probably be held over also until 2027. So we'll be using our luxury porta potties at our day camp. The Scout Hut improvements, Annie met with Public Works and a contractor yesterday to go over plans and keep that on task. They'll be redoing the kitchen with new cabinets, sinks, and that kind of stuff. The Gladstone Park shade structure, we went to council in October. We just got the engineering plans from the company. We turned those in today. Once we get that back, we hope to start the project in February. Take about 3 weeks to complete. South Hills Bike Park, we're meeting with our consultant to put all the construction drawings together to get ready to go out to bid. So we are still trucking along. We hope probably October to look at, put shovels in the ground. That's what we're hoping. So that is, we're putting everything, all the different consultants and the CEQA all coming together right now. The Parks and Trails Master Plan, that was something that you guys will be involved in. That will be going out to bid probably early February, March, to get a consultant. Usually that takes about 9 to 12 months to complete. Skate Park resurfacing. We're going to council in December, where we will be filling in the cracks, taking the one pyramid that is out in the middle, taking that out and rebuilding it, and then doing some other little upgrades, and should take a month to complete. We are hoping to start in January. It'll take that month. We have the original construction guys coming back that built it back in '99. And then our Finkbeiner Park stormwater capture project, we hope to start the project in 2027 over at Finkbeiner Park to tear up all the softball fields. And then that will probably take a year to 18 months to complete. E-bikes. We did have a meeting with police, ourselves, and parks. We're working on an ordinance that will come before council with e-bikes and their suggestions. First, I'd like to just thank you all for being our eyes and ears out there and working for us. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much. There's so much on the docket. It's so amazing to see that we continue to do all those improvements, and it looks like 2027 is going to be a big year. So thank you very much. Okay, we'll move on to special items. And we'd like to do the Shining Star. This was continued from our September meeting. I'd like to call up our Recreation Manager, Annie Warner, to report.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the Community Services Commission. The City of Glendora is proud to honor Mike Diaz as the recipient of the Shining Star Award. Mike has demonstrated an exceptional dedication and professionalism throughout his career here with our department. He began in 2022 as a maintenance aide at the Teen Center and advanced through his hard work and commitment in his current role as a recreation specialist, serving as a field attendant at Louis Pompey Sports Park when it reopened with the artificial turf. Mike is known for his strong work ethic, positive attitude and team-first mindset. His leadership and care at Louis Pompey Sports Park has kept the facility in outstanding condition, making it a safe, clean, and welcoming space for the community. Residents, park users, and leagues often praise Mike for his friendly demeanor and willingness to go the extra mile. In recognition of his outstanding service, dedication, and passion for serving the Glendora community, we are honored to celebrate his hard work by awarding him the Shining Star Award. So he's unable to be here this evening, and so we are going to send him the link to the meeting.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to Mike and all his hard work. We appreciate that. Moving on to our next presentation, recognition of our outgoing Recreation and Human Services Director, John Aguirre. I will be making this presentation. So at first, let me see. There we go. As you all know, John, you are retiring at the end of next month. I believe it's 36 years of service for the city of Glendora. I don't know where to begin. 36 years in what you have accomplished and what you have participated in, your knowledge, your hard work, your dedication. The people that work for you are certainly an emulation of who you are and what you represent and what you bring to this community. It will be very hard to fill your shoes. However, I think we have someone equally capable who has been around for a long time as well, and Annie. So again, just everything that you have brought to this city, and when you stepped into the role as a director, I think you will be, not I think, I know you will be leaving the city and this department in much better hands and shape than when you arrived at this job. Here are some just photos from the past, as you can see, back when it was a baby face and, and no gray hairs, but we'll keep going. As I'm also part of the Community Services Foundation, and we have a couple of members here tonight as well. And I'd like to see if either one of them would like to maybe step forward to the podium and say a few words in regards to their relationship and their working time with John. Mr. Howard Hawkins and Mr. Gary Boyer. But again, John, thank you for everything. This commission, the foundation, the city will miss you in your role, but we know you are here, and I'm sure you will be called upon in many occasions to fulfill all of your wealth of knowledge to those that are taking over.
You know, I've said this about John many times, but the man has never worked a day in his life. Because when you do something you love, it's not like work when you get up in the morning and you go to your job. It's one of those things that when you stop and think about the number of years that you've put in and the countless number of residents of the city of Glendora who have benefited from the efforts that you have put forth for the Community Services Department and for the city in general. There are just so many different things. You can't possibly begin to name the lists of people. I don't think we have anywhere in town big enough to have a celebration to get everybody in one place. I will tell you that I'm pretty sure John's not going to be going anywhere. The only difference is he'll probably be just as involved as he has always been. He just won't be getting paid for it anymore. But something I'm sitting there thinking about, you have worked at the city for almost 1/3 of the entire history of the city of Glendora. And when you stop and think about what one person, how much of an impact one person can have, this community is very lucky to have had you. So thank you, John, for your service, and we look forward to continuing to work together. Thanks.
As you can see, Gary said John hasn't worked a day in his life, and looking at the pictures, that's proof of that. He was sitting around and leaning against things. I would like to say that the department's going to be a lot better looking with your retirement. In sincerity, though, We've worked with John for a long time. He's always got a smile on his face. He's always a positive force. He controls a kind of rowdy group with gentle handling, and you're very much appreciated, and you should be very proud of your service.
Thank you, guys. I'm going to turn it over to Brittany and Eddie, Steve, and Mike. If you'd like to take turns in passing along information, please do.
Well, John, I want to first start by saying our working together happened during COVID. And what an experience that was to be on Zoom interviewing with the mayor and the city council and all of these wonderful city individuals. But out of everyone, your smile and your compassion shine through even on screen. And to be able to transfer that experience to an in-person experience where you've been nothing but a wealth of knowledge. All I can think of is our rides on the bus and the personal tours that you gave myself and Mal and the team as we were onboarding. I just want to say thank you for really making this experience one that I'll never forget. When we think about leadership, you're always going to come to mind. What I know from the people that work around you is that they love the work that they do because they love who they work with. And I'll tell you, it speaks volumes to work for someone and work with someone who supports you, who believes in your mission, who champions your growth like you do. It's an inspiration. And so thank you for welcoming me into this family, and I will always be here for you. So thank you.
Right. John, tonight we celebrate and honor a remarkable individual who has helped shape the spirit of the city of Glendora for more than 3 decades. After 36 years of dedicated service, John Aguirre is retiring as the Director of Recreation and Human Services. John has been a driving force and full of heart and a steady hand behind our parks, recreation, and community initiatives that make Glendora such a special place to live. His leadership always put people first, supported his staff and our youth, enriched the lives of our seniors, strengthened our families, and fostered a sense of connection that defies pride of the foothills. John, your commitment, integrity, and passion for serving this community has left a lasting legacy, and your leadership and compassion have inspired us all. On behalf of the Community Services Commission and myself, a heartfelt thank you for the countless lives you've touched, the foundation you've built for the future, and the legacy you leave behind. You have shown us what it means to lead with heart, honor, and a genuine love for people. As you turn the page to a well-earned retirement, we wish you joy, adventure, and all the happiness and fulfillment in your next chapter on the golf course. Congratulations, John, and thank you for the 36 years that you've served.
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I'm a little sad for the city, but I'm happy for you. You've meant a lot to our family. I don't do well with goodbyes in this, but I'm really happy for you, John. You've done so much here. You've made this city a great place to raise a family. And, I wish you all the best. I'll learn to take up golf, and I'd love to play with you once in a while. But, sorry, I can't express how I'm feeling, but, I've just really been thankful to raise my family in this city and do all the events, and it's what you've put together that has really made that special. So I thank you for that, and I wish you well.
John, congrats on the 36 years. Individually and personally, thank you for the time you took when I first started. I think it was like a 2 or 3 hour car ride we took around, and you probably unloaded just a small bit of the history and your knowledge on it, but it was great to hear. And from a bigger, more meta level, thank you for everyone in the future who's going to enjoy the things you've built and sustained. I didn't mean to bring those two today to this, but they're going to be here for a while, and they enjoy it, and I know their friends enjoy it. I'm sure they have friends, and even people who haven't moved to the area yet who are going to get to enjoy the work that you've put in for the last 3 decades. So enjoy your retirement, and thank you for everything you've done for everybody.
Thank you, guys. So to close this out, yeah, I've been a resident for 18 years, and in all the places I've lived in Southern California, which are many, I definitely believe in all of my heart that the city of Glendora is by far the best. What it has to offer, and every corner you walk, you drive, you see, at some point, John, you've probably had some involvement in what that looks like and what that emulates. And I can't fathom what it would be without your dedication and hard work. And the citizens of Glendora are very lucky to have someone such as yourself be a resident and care so much about the community that you grew up in, and make it even better for those that are here to come. So on behalf of the foundation, we have gotten you a retirement gift. So I'm going to walk around to you. There are a few little things in here that I think you will like very much. There's a card. There are a couple of items in there that have yet to be purchased, and when you decide that you want to actually purchase them, you'll just need to reach out to us at the foundation, and we'll get them taken care of. So,
It's date specific.
thank you. Yeah.
No, I erased it.
Okay, now that we can dry our eyes and move forward, moving on to the consent calendar. Items on the consent calendar, items 4 and 5, will be enacted by one motion without individual discussion unless a commissioner has requested it be removed for separate discussion. Does anyone wish to pull or comment on items 4 or 5? Okay, then I will request a motion to approve.
I motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Brittany Lewis Porche and a second by Steve Stalley. All in favor? And we have a unanimous decision on 5-0. Okay, moving on to new business. Tonight we have a Trails Council presentation. Let's see. Is that right? Yep. I'd like to invite Recreation Supervisor Alma Villasenor to come up and report.
Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. I'm here to give an update on the Trails Council presentation, but I also want to introduce a couple of the Trails members. We have present tonight is Jack Evania and Susie Perez. Gonzalez, sorry.
And Howard just left.
All right. So the Glendora Trails Council is a volunteer-based organization committed to the general maintenance and improvement of all existing trails within the city of Glendora. Through partnerships, volunteer efforts, and community outreach, the council enhances the natural beauty and accessibility of our local trails for all to enjoy. This fiscal year, the council had a budget of $27,500 allocated. These funds support maintenance, materials, equipment, community events, and educational efforts related to the city's trails. Much of this funding supports trail maintenance projects in both Big Dalton and South Hills Wilderness areas. In addition to these maintenance efforts, the budget covers various other expenses. So this includes the newly designed and printed Big Dalton Trails Map. So it's on the screen at the bottom left. The Trails Day street banners, table covers, a charcoal receptacle that was recently actually installed at the Raleigh Wilderness Amphitheater, trail signs for the new renamed Swinney Trail, Trails Day patches, as well as tools and equipment such as utility gloves, paint, a string trimmer with hedge trimmer attachment for poison oak removal, and weed wrenches. In addition to that, they do a lot of trails maintenance throughout the year. So members, along with dedicated groups such as the Diamond Bar Boy Scout Troop 730, have been carrying out conservation work on almost on a weekly basis. Their efforts include widening trails where hillside duff has built up and pushed hikers toward the outer edge, filling in eroded areas to help protect roadway pavement, clearing brush and tree limbs from parking areas along Dalton Road, and removing illegal dumping and addressing poison oak growth. On August 30th, the crew and volunteers dedicated a full day to establishing a defensible fire zone around the Rock House. Additional work that day included clearing vegetation behind the house, trimming and maintaining cactus growth, and operating a wood chipper to manage wood waste efficiently. So these are just some pictures of all the work that they do. So on the left, Coulter Pine, that's the before and after. And then on the right is just members working at the Rock House. Glendora Trails Day event was held on November 1st at Big Dalton Wilderness Area and welcomed approximately 70 community members. Volunteers focused their efforts on 3 main trails: the Wren Meacham Trail, Children's Forest, and the Big Dalton Trail. Throughout the year, the Trails Council hosts a series of community hikes aimed at promoting outdoor recreation and environmental appreciation. Hikes were held at Little Dalton Canyon via Monroe Motorway on July 8th and August 30th, South Hills Wilderness Area on July 26th, Big Dalton Canyon Trails on August 12th, Kobe Dalton Trails on September 27th, and once again at Big Dalton Canyon Trails on October 25th. An additional hike is scheduled for November 29th, which will once again explore the South Hills Wilderness Area trails. And then Jack would like to say a couple of words.
Hi, I'm Jack Avanello, for those who don't know me. And Chair? Hi, I'm Jack Avanello, for those who don't know me. I took over for Dick Sweeney to be the Trail Council Chair. Chairman, Commissioners, John, who always has a great haircut, and Recorder. Some quick things. I want to thank the city for bringing us Alma, Jasmine, and Matt, who come to the meetings regularly. They've been a godsend. She does a lot of this stuff, and it takes a lot of pressure off of me. So when it comes trail days, I can go out there and go to various organizations and commute volunteers to come help us. And I think we had close to 50 this time, plus the 10 or 15 that come from our Trail Council are always there. Some upcoming things we want to do is we want to go up there and paint the fire ring. Right now it's blue with a lot of graffiti on it. It's kind of patchy, so we're going to try to get some earth tone paint, maybe a nice green, and we're going to paint it with it by December. And then we need to go do some trail work on west of Big Dalton, which didn't get done during Trail Day. There's some overhanging branches that need to be cut, so tall people like you and me don't bump our heads. So please come and join us. We meet the last Monday of the month at 6 o'clock at community service on Glendora and Sierra Madre, and we have a quick, fun, and informative meeting. And I want to thank everybody for having us here today. Have a blessed holiday season, and we hope to see you soon. Before I leave, I'm going to read it. So we had a really cool hike in August. Susie Gonzalez led the hike, so here's kind of how it went. We had about 20 people. One new lady from Glendora found the hike in the magazine, others from my announcement about the hike. We found a rattlesnake hiding on the hillside, many scorpions like California common, how do you pronounce that? Swollen Singer, and endemic to the San Gabriel Valleys, Convacia oxy, gray fox, darling beetles. They got to smell it up close. These are all the kids that were there. Poorwill, orb weavers, willows, and funnel weavers. We released they brought up an owl from a rescued raptor, and they released it. And he was greeted with many not so happy acorn woodpeckers. Lots of love. We started mothing late, so we didn't get to see much because it was starting to get dark. We did see. Okay. It's pretty intense. Anyway, if people don't know what mothing is, you kind of put up a sheet with some lights in there, and the light kind of attracts the moths towards the evening. Okay, so that's kind of what, when we lead these evening trail hikes once a month, kind of cool things that happen. All right, again, thank you and have a blessed holiday.
Thank you. Any questions? Brittany, statements?
No questions, just thank you. I think the way that you described the meeting made it sound inviting, and I might be dropping in. But I just want to thank all of you for cleaning up those trails, because that matters, and it is appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, Jack. You've done a great job taking over for Sweeney, and I know those are big shoes to fill, but you're doing a good job. And Alma, thank you so much for your attention and tutelage. Thank you.
Steve?
Yeah, I have a question about when we get huge rains like we just experienced, how does that impact trails at all? Do you have to close trails? Do you have to go clean things up? I mean, what does that do? You know?
So what we try to do is some of the steeper trails when the water comes down pretty steep. I've been up with a gentleman named Peter, and he's pretty versed in this. He's also on the Glendora Conservancy. And we go up there and we make what they call tiny berms. So we build like a little bit of dirt, and we dig so that what that will do, that will funnel the water to go off the trail, so it won't erode it.
Do you have to send, like after a rain, do we send people up to go check things out, or
No.
just kind of a word of mouth kind of a thing? Hey, we heard that this needs fixing.
It needs to be fixed.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm just curious.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again.
I have one question that kind of goes with what John mentioned earlier. For people in the audience or people watching and myself, what does the Trails Master Plan entail? What's kind of the crux of it and the importance of it?
The crux of it would probably be, until you've been up there on a regular basis, go up there on a Saturday, you cannot believe how many people hike up there, okay? And the master plan is to keep the trails clean and hikeable.
Our Parks Master Plan will, with trails included, will map out all our trails. It will give you a 5-year look of where you want to be, 10-year and a 15-year. So it will show you that, okay, do you want to build more trails in that kind of thing? It would show us where we're park poor or what upgrades you might need kind of thing. And so it does it in increments. And then it helps us also when we're grant writing that we can say that we have done our Parks Master Plan. And in our master plan, it showed that we were this and this and that, and it helps you get those points.
Thank you for the explanation on that.
Thank you guys for your presentation. I do have just one quick question. On the trail cleanup days, you mentioned that there was about 50 volunteers plus the group of your council. Is that about average, the number of people you get? Is that less, more?
So since I took over, they were kind of declining. Since I took spring, we had 70, and most of them came from, most of these people come from church groups. Okay, so Boy Scouts. But you have to go out. You have to go out to the community. You have to talk to them. You have to get their interest. It's a lot of phone calling, and it's a lot of callback. It's like a sales thing. You got to, and then Alma does a good job of promoting it. And then we're going to talk about it at this coming meeting. I got some ideas about improving it, the communication, and getting more people to come. I always get a little nervous. I don't sleep well the week before because I'm nervous about we're getting enough volunteers.
Oh, I can understand. That's always the case, right? The goal is a number, and until you actually get there and realize that there are that many people, or and sometimes more, hopefully it makes a world of difference.
I also want to thank, we get a lot of city councilors show up, and I really like when Karen Davis shows up, because she's a minister.
Yeah.
We always make sure she blesses the event.
No, that's great. Well, hopefully you will continue to grow that membership on those days, because I know a lot of, like you said, a lot of people are utilizing the parks and the trails. So hopefully those people will want to continue to give back and keep it nice for
As
themselves.
Gary Boyer says, you can't believe they're 5 minutes away, there's this oasis up there to hike in Big Dalton.
Yeah. No. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to request a motion for.
To receive and file.
To receive and file, sorry. To receive and file this particular report.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Eddie and a second by Brittany. And the vote is carried at 5-0. Next up is addressing homelessness. So I'd like to invite Human Services Supervisor Eric Dumier to report.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for this opportunity to share this update on the city's efforts to address homelessness. Since our last update in May, the Homeless Services team has engaged with the community by tabling at the Earth Day Festival and National Night Out events. Human Services staff have also continued to attend meetings of the San Gabriel Valley Council of Governments Homeless Committee and a consortium on homelessness to stay updated on funding and issues related to homelessness. Human Services Manager Debbie Lopez attended the consortium's Fall Summit in September, where they discussed senior housing strategies for an aging homeless population. The League of California Cities also interviewed city leadership and the Homeless Services team for their September Western City magazine to highlight the efforts taken to develop programs to address homelessness these last few years. The article can be available at westerncity.com. The city's services are supplemented by the resources available through our community partners. The Licata Outreach Team often visits Shepherd's Pantry multiple times a week to provide clients with food and clothing, and residents have donated meal gift cards for staff to distribute to those in need. Glenkirk Church has offered use of its shower facilities for our clients, and to support special populations, we may coordinate with the Glendora School District, YWCA, or the Department of Mental Health. We've also recently started partnering with a mobile medical team from East Valley Community Health Center. In February, the city participated in the Greater Los Angeles Homeless Count, and the results were processed by a team of researchers from USC, LASA, and HUD. The countywide results and the raw data for individual cities were released this summer. The slide compares this year's results to 2024. The research team emphasizes that the numbers for the county and the service provider area are the most statistically accurate, but the Glendora raw data, which are unadjusted observations from the night of the count, are provided here for our reference. You can see that homelessness has declined at the county, spa, and the city level. The city of Glendora funded its own homeless census in 2021 and 2023 to gain a better understanding of our residents' needs, experiences, and demographics. While the LASA count was observation only and run by community volunteers instructed not to engage, the Glendora census was both a visual count and an interactive survey, conducted by city staff and contracted partner CityNet, who processed the results. In September, Human Services staff, the Licata Outreach Team, and Glendora PD partnered with CityNet again to complete a third homeless census. The final observed count was 64 individuals this year, and the full survey results will be presented to City Council next month. The City of Glendora received a $50,000 grant for each fiscal year, 2024 and 2025, totaling $100,000. These funds were directed to be used to prevent homelessness or to help eligible households obtain housing. The grant performance period ended on August 31st, and this slide highlights all expenses made in the last months of this grant period. At the end of both grant periods, over $91,000 was used to support households facing eviction or help individuals obtain interim housing, permanent housing, substance use treatment, and essential services. 2 Glendora students were provided shelter and supportive services to help them graduate and obtain transitional housing. They're both still housed and doing well with ongoing case management support. 9 households received rental assistance and case management support to prevent their eviction. 2 individuals were connected to a host family. 1 unsheltered pregnant woman was provided a motel voucher while staff confirmed a maternity home vacancy. 12 individuals obtained permanent housing with the use of these funds. The Housing Solutions Grant was funded through Measure H, but LA County residents voted to repeal and replace Measure H, a quarter-cent sales tax, with Measure A half-cent sales tax. 60% of Measure A funds will be available through the Local Solutions Fund, and Human Services staff have applied for these funds through the San Gabriel Valley Council of Governments. The city was approved for $180,536 to be used for specific programs expanding on our existing services to the community. Glendora residents will have access to additional funds through the LA County Affordable Housing Solutions Agency, which may provide additional support for eviction prevention. With these major changes to homeless service funding in LA County, there have also been significant restructuring changes for the system that designs and implements homeless services. A new county department has been created and $300 million has been moved from LAHSA's budget to the new Department of Homeless Services and Housing. This major transition is underway, but for now, our team continues to utilize the current system operated by LAHSA to pursue interim and permanent housing resources. For more information, I've included the LA County CEO's website shown here, ceo.lacounty.gov/DH. The city's homeless services remain a collaborative effort between Human Services staff manager Debbie Lopez and myself, Lakota outreach staff, and the Glendora Police Department's community impact team members. Since April, we've had the following successes, including 1 permanent housing placement and 13 shelter placements. Lakota has had 49 new client encounters in that time and 654 total encounters. This graph shows the number of encounters the outreach team has had each week since May, and the orange line on the bottom represents new encounters, while the green line on top represents total encounters per week. Part of the city's efforts to address homelessness is to prevent residents from losing their housing in the first place. Staff receive calls from community members behind on their rent or struggling to meet monthly expenses on fixed incomes, and we provide referrals and resource support. About 67% of these requests have come from seniors, and another third have come from families with children. You can see from this graph that not every household requires financial assistance, but some can self-resolve with light case management or referrals to other resources. Motel vouchers continue to be an important tool as well to link individuals to resources. From April to September, 15 people were provided vouchers. Of the 368 nights provided, 306 were paid for through the Housing Solutions Fund grant, while the rest were funded through the city's motel voucher program. These vouchers help link clients to shelter, substance use treatment, and important medical and mental health appointments. The city's response to homelessness includes providing direct homeless services and responding to community concerns, issues that impact both the housed and unsheltered residents. The police department's community impact team is in a unique position to support both approaches. The team expanded in September with the addition of officers Dylan Paulson and Alan Escarpe. While GPD tracks their own data related to criminal activity and homelessness, the Lakota team does the same with outreach requests and services provided. Together, the city utilizes this data to best direct the appropriate resources. And lastly, here are some of our highlights since our May update. 2 clients were matched to a Section 8 voucher and 1 completed the process. We helped purchase household items and provided some labor for this client as they moved into their unit this September. Our team also assisted a high school student with a referral to transitional housing, keeping him safe in a motel until he was accepted into the housing program. He's doing well, working full-time, and receiving ongoing case management support. And that concludes our presentation. I'd be happy to take any questions if you have any. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to start down here.
Well, can
absolutely.
you tell about your, that you did this week?
Yes, we just had a event this week, a little too recent to include in a presentation, but to sum it up, we coordinated with some community partners. Glenkirk Church in particular had been asking us for a while after offering us use of their shower facilities. What else can we do? How else can we help? How can we have a bigger impact in the community? So we partnered with them, with our new partners with the East Valley Community Health Center and with the America's Job Center of California, LA County Workforce Development Organization. They all agreed to come out to the Lone Hill Park and Ride, where there seems to be a concentration of homelessness on both sides of Lone Hill, and provide services to individuals experiencing homelessness. While our outreach team was there to bring people to the services, we were able to provide food, connect them to employment resources, The on-site mobile medical clinic did on-site assessments right then and there and scheduled follow-up appointments. This medical team can do everything from medical, mental health, dental, vision. They have a special HIV program, referrals to other resources as needed. So all in all, we had a really good turnout, especially for something that was kind of put together semi-last minute. 15 individuals were served. Probably half a dozen signed up for an employment program, and many others got transportation passes, referrals to legal aid, basic needs, cold weather supplies, sweatshirts, socks, things like that. So it was real good turnout for short notice.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you.
Thanks for presenting tonight. I have a lot of respect for what you do. Your team does a great job, and the numbers are showing that, frankly. I'm curious, will we be having another count in January? I know we usually do that in January.
Yes.
And that may happen before or after our next meeting, so I thought maybe you might want to bring it up.
We will, yes. We're going to be working with LAHSA very soon as they start to organize that, and we're planning on having the Greater Los Angeles Homeless Count run by the county. It'll be here in Glendora, as it always is, and our staff at the LaVetra Center, we're going to help coordinate that and implement that. So if there's any volunteers interested, please keep your emails open, and we'll send you notices and give you an opportunity to sign up if you want to attend.
Thank you. Thanks.
Couple questions. You mentioned the new encounters. Geographically, where are those typically in the city? Are they clustered? Are they spread out? Is there any data around that?
They're focused around the major travel corridors, Route 66, Grand Avenue, Lone Hill, along the 210 freeway, basically commercial areas, bus routes, if you can imagine it like that.
Couple of semi but tangential questions. Based on things that I've kind of seen over by the high school where I live, I've had some neighbors ask, if residents see somebody at a vacant property or a vacant house, who should they call?
We have a homeless hotline. Pull the number up so I can get it correctly. They can always call the homeless hotline. They can call the Glendora Police Department, especially if it's on private property, because our outreach team won't go on private property to outreach someone, but the Glendora Police Department will go and just assess and rule out any safety concerns, but they can also help connect to our outreach team that works directly with them. So like I mentioned,
not 911, but call just the
911, not 911, but yes,
626.
the Glendora non-emergency line, which is for the record 626-963. Let me make sure I got the right number here. If anyone else has it faster than I do, please interrupt me.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah, here we go. 626-914-8250. And then our homeless hotline. During business hours, you can always reach us at 626-852-5200.
And the related question to that, one of the side effects sometimes when homeless population comes through, their shopping carts kind of left. Is there a city department that can help take those, or is it on the residents to take them back to?
So they can always reach out to the Human Services Division, and we can do requests to get the shopping carts picked up. But if someone just Googles Glendora Outreach and goes to our city website, we do have a link there that residents themselves can contact an organization that picks up loose shopping carts.
Yep.
Thank you
Our
for the-
Public Works Department goes by and picks those up most of the time. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for the information for the community on that.
Brittany?
I want to say that I was impressed with the fact that Glendora did their own survey in 2021 and 2023. As I was listening to what you presented, I have to admit that I had this great sense of pride for the care and concern that our community has. I mean, looking at how the numbers dropped, there's no accident there that what you all are doing and the consistent effort, the follow-ups, the check-ins, they're mattering, and they are making an impact on our community. I feel it. I remember what the state of our community was at the cusp of COVID, when things were really a challenge for unhoused individuals. And so, congratulations to your team. I know that the job is not done. That's not it, but I think that this is a shining light for other communities to look to as far as how things are getting done. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eddie?
Oh, yeah, thank you for your report. As Brittany mentioned, the numbers are going down. I mean, what is it contributing to that? Is there as a whole effort? I mean, what do you,
I think consistency is the biggest thing, not just individual effort of the case managers, but the fact that we've had the same case managers, the same outreach team from Lakota for multiple years now. It's taken time for some of the most service-resistant people or the people that have been out on the street and have had a long history of working with many outreach teams, and depending on the funding, that outreach team may dissipate or may be reassigned somewhere else. If there's turnover at LASA, Union Station, or Volunteers of America, these other organizations, the client loses a caseworker that they've grown to trust and rely on, which makes it harder for every caseworker that follows after that person. So the fact that our team has been consistent, literally the same staff, for many years has helped, but also just our concerted effort to try to reach the people like on the Lone Hill side of town where they're in these encampments that are a little more remote, us going to them, being consistent. You know, ever since this summer, we've been really intentional about going back behind the lock gates on the Caltrans property. Glendora PD escorts us out there, and we take coffee to people. And, you know, it's a very minor financial investment, but it's built a lot of rapport for people that are not used to talking to us, that don't want to talk to us, but they'll come out and have a cup of coffee every morning when it's a little cold. And that's turned into conversations about medical care and about getting your ID and replacing your CalFresh card and things like that. So consistency is the big thing, because housing resources are probably more scarce than they were even at COVID. Right. During COVID, we had the Project Room Key system. We had Section 8 vouchers being administered. We haven't seen any Section 8 vouchers for probably a year, and I think we've had one in that time, which is, it's unheard of in recent years. There are programs funded through Medi-Cal, like the Soul Housing program. So when we have gotten people into transitional housing, they've agreed to go to Los Angeles and go to that Medi-Cal funded free program. Not everyone's willing to do that, but that helps.
right. Has it been the same with with neighboring cities? Have they seen the same numbers? I mean, the same?
I haven't checked. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Yeah, I just have a couple, just to tack on to what you just asked. Do you feel that this is tangible to continue to get this decline with what we're doing? I mean, is it something that, it sounds like the consistency, you've built a great foundation. So it's not going to start to erode anytime soon.
No,
I would hope that it would continue to get better.
Absolutely. I think it will continue to get better. I think we may see a plateau at some point, just because fundamentally the issue resolves around housing. So we can try to get people into shelter if more shelters are coming. But after a while, people will just stay in shelter without permanent housing. So permanent housing and just affordability in general, you know, opportunities for workforce development, for personal growth and vocational growth, that will create opportunities for people that aren't able to go into the workforce. If you have Section 8 or affordable housing opportunities for them, supportive services while they're in housing, getting them used to new life skills, all that will help. So I think as long as we have consistency and then new funding opportunities, you know, we can continue to see the growth that we're seeing.
That's awesome. What are the hotels that we utilize in the city for the vouchers that we have?
So we use for the most part, the 20th Century Motor Lodge and Glendora Motel are the two that we use most frequently.
And are the owners or the proprietors of those, do they work directly with you? Do you reach out to them specifically to ask to have that as an ability to do? And,
Yes.
And they're responsive?
They're very responsive. They work well with us. They don't save any rooms for us, but we basically call them on a case-by-case basis. And the day of, we'll say, do you have a room? Are you available? Can we swing by right now and bring someone by? So they know who we are, and they know that we're bringing our clients by, and, you know, we're responsive to them, and we respond to any issues that may arise, and, you know, we provide support if needed.
So any issue that might occur due to placement, that's something that you guys would follow up to make sure it gets resolved and taken care of within the hotel if it was ever necessary, I would presume.
Right,
yeah.
right. And just for the record, just to note, in case you're not aware, we hardly ever get any issues with people. When we're at the point when we're offering a motel voucher, we use that resource intentionally and strategically, and it's almost always in order to help people achieve interim housing or treatment or permanent housing.
It's
So
just
there's
not
a bigger
give it out.
plan.
Yeah, just, no, that's great. The new organization that they're developing, right, that they've transferred all this money from, Do you feel this is viable? It's going to work? Is it going to be better? Do we know? Do you guys have a feeling of what the success or demise is going to be based on what you've currently been doing?
I think you'll probably hear as many opinions as there are people in the room, but there tends to be a lot of the same people moving within circles that are just named different things. So we'll wait and see. I mean, I don't want to commit any personal opinions to it. I'm sure Debbie has thoughts, but we'll wait and see. You know, we're going to focus on the ground right now, what's in front of us, and wait and see how the system changes.
Was this created by the state of California, or is it a federal?
This was county,
County. So the
County
county
yes.
decided to make this change.
kind of a
Was it-
restructuring.
Was it voted on by public, or was it just the county supervisor? I mean, is that something that they just decided that they
was-
wanted to?
From my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, Debbie, but it's county supervisors that responded to some issues that were happening with the previous system.
LASA wasn't working. It just wasn't working out. And so the Board of Supervisors decided to start this new department. So we've been having meetings on it. So, and even with the increase in sales tax, the sales are down, so there's a $300 million deficit already, because some of the programs that were funded through LASA and other homeless programs were done with like ARPA funds, one-time money, and then there's once the money runs out, there's nowhere to go. You can't, there's lots of people that are going to lose their housing. So
Okay, yeah.
I've been on meetings all day today. It was not good news.
Well,
So, but we have our fingers crossed. We're optimistic.
I think that's about all we can really do, right? Is to figure out what's going to work best and really attack those areas that we think are the positives and somehow try and, make those the best, to our ability. Because obviously you've done that.
That's
and
what we
it's-
have done.
And it's truly evident within the community. So, great. I don't have anything else. Thank you very much.
I have one question for him, and if you could, the new Gold Line station, have we seen an increase of homeless or a decrease of the ones that because people have always said, oh, it's going to bring more in since we opened the line?
We haven't seen
thoughts?
any change, to be completely honest, no change at all. We have changed our own routine, so our outreach team goes by, I think, at least 2 or 3 times a day by the site. They never see any, not to say that people won't come through in the future and won't use it the way they use any public transit resource, but there's been no loitering, no crime issues, nothing like that. Police, we know, are watching that very closely. They haven't brought up any issues. Usually, if they have someone that they know is unsheltered and they're dealing with recently, they'll call our outreach team and say, hey, could you meet this person? I want to introduce you and offer services. They haven't done that with any relation to the Gold Line stop.
Oh, that's good news. That is really good news. Awesome. Thank you very much. If there's nothing else, I will request a motion to receive and file.
I will motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Brittany and a second by Steve. And the motion carries 5-0. At this time, we will start our closing. I'll invite our commissioners to give their closing statements, and I'll start with you, Brittany.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to wish everyone a very happy and safe Thanksgiving holiday with your loved ones. John, again, this is a bittersweet moment, but the beauty of it is that we're giving you your flowers when we can, and that's meaning that we will get to celebrate continuously after this moment. So thank you, fellow commissioners, Chair. We appreciate you, and have a good one till we meet again.
Eddie?
Yes. Again, John, congratulations and wish you all the best. And also, Annie, congratulations on incoming. And look forward to continue to work with you. And wish everybody happy holidays and have a blessed and safe time out there. Thank you.
Steve?
Thanks to everyone that presented tonight. I just wanted to give kudos to the staff who put together a great slate of fall activities. I attended the Pumpkin Festival and the shed dedication, which was very pleasant. The Halloween Carnival looked like a lot of families are having a great time there. And at the LaFetra Center, they had the craft boutique was very busy, and the Veterans Lunch, a nice turnout. So well done putting on all those events for the city. Looking forward to our winter slate with starting tomorrow night. Hopefully, it's not everyone bundle up. It's going to be a little cold. But and again, congratulations to you, sir. And thank you.
Mike?
Thank you, John. Thank you for everyone who came tonight and spoke. I'll be checking the Google Weather app every hour tomorrow, see if we'll be dry at the tree lighting or not. And I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving and a great holiday season. Busy time. School, takes a few weeks off, but the activities don't stop. So I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving.
You had one more.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I did want to shout out Megan and Amanda and the team for really working behind the scenes to help make sure John's celebration was what you see it as today. Obviously, the foundation for really just blessing us in a huge way. John, you don't know this, but we've been meeting about once a week for the last 10 weeks planning this. Just kidding. But they have. And the pictures that were pulled together, just a sweet memory of your time. So thank you guys. I know what you put into this, and we want to say thank you. We appreciate you, Foundation. You guys, man, thank you.
Yeah, you guys have summed it up. Again, John, you and your staff, Annie, Romero, all of those that participate in all the events, Megan, Amanda, Kelsey, who is on maternity leave. Going to all these events, it's amazing to see the number of people that actually participate in the city. Like Steve, the Pumpkin Festival, that was really amazing to learn a little bit about the history of the city, involving what Rainbird actually meant to the city and how it was established. Did not get a chance to go to the Halloween Festival, but I do know that the Glendora High football team sponsored about 50 of their football players, donating their time to help, and I think that was also amazing. First time for that. Might have been a little bit more help than you might have needed, but when you have a lot of those kids running around, that support is good. The Veterans Lunch, that's always a heartwarming time, seeing those individuals that have actually participated in giving us service to this country and the freedom that we have. So, yes, looking forward to all of what we have in store, the lighting of the tree tomorrow for the holidays, and the retirement party and the Christmas party for John. Congratulations, Annie. We're looking very much forward to having you step forward and sitting in that chair. We know you're going to continue to do great things on the heels of John. Want to congratulate Mike Diaz for being the shining star. Your staff, the staff, again, there's probably shining stars all over the place, so being selected is an honor. And that's it. And for me, John, any final words of wisdom?
Well, I just want to thank everyone. It's not just a one-man show by any rings. I have the best staff in the city. A ton of them have been with me for a long while. And we always stress family. We're the work family, and you learn about their kids. You see their kids grow up and the whole bit, and that's what is neat. I was born and raised here. My brother worked for the city in recreation and then moved over to the city of Laverne. He was kind of my mentor. So it's been a great ride. I still will be here. My grandkids are in classes now here, and stuff. So I will still be, involved. It'll be nice just to show up and not have to be in the planning stages, and then still very involved at the high school watching their sports grow. So we're not going anywhere, and I just want to say thank you to my staff, who does a great job, in that, you know, everybody just pitches in anytime we need anything done. And it's a wide variety of stuff we offer, you know, from the homeless to the seniors, all the way down to newborns kind of thing. So it's a great department, and I'm leaving it in good, very, very good hands. So thank you.
Thank you. I would agree with that. Before we close out, for those that are remaining, we do have some refreshments afterwards to talk to and congratulate John. We had a number of additional audience members earlier today, some youthful. They unfortunately have left. I was curious to know who they were and why they might have been
Government class at the high school.
here. Okay.
So you see them a lot of times at council meetings, but they were here tonight.
I wish
Probably.
they were still around. I would have liked to have acknowledged and recognized and
Yeah.
thanked them for coming and listening to our meetings. We, you know, it's so. Is there a teacher? Okay.
So they do the same at council too. They wait halfway and then all of a sudden they all clear out.
Well, I know Mr. Smith. I'm sure a lot of you do too. You hear his voice all over the sports radio, announcing down at the Clippers and the Raiders, the SC, all the work. So I'll reach out and thank him for having his students come. That's very nice. With that, we will adjourn this meeting at 7:11. And John, you are done.